Hi, John. I'm Tommy C. I run a YouTube channel that's pretty hockey heavy. I'm an Iraq veteran, and I'm a rabid, beer-swilling, unapologetically beer-swilling hockey fan, and probably always will be. And I'd like to make an open letter to you, and I want to plead with you to accept the honor that has been bestowed upon you by NHL fans, no matter what the pretext, no matter what the reasons are. And I'm going to give you some reasons, and I hope you hear them, why I think that you should accept this. Because right now, if I had to guess, you're probably you don't know what you want to do. On one hand, you're a hockey player and you want to be a part of the All-Star game. You didn't think you'd ever be a part of it. But you're also a humble man. And I saw that with the Louis Eriksson situation a couple years ago. I saw a man that was well-spoken. And I saw a man that was humble. And I saw a man that was a professional and carried himself as such. And this same guy was getting brutalized by the mainstream media because it's become fashionable to bash guys in your role. I saw your intelligence being questioned. I saw your character being questioned. And as rough a hit as it was, I saw no ill intent. It was simply a botched hit. And while suspendable, certainly, it was ridiculous to get 7 games, especially when repeated offenders, even as recently as last week, get 3 games when you had no priors whatsoever up until that point. So a man with humility. So a man who carries himself like a professional. So you're probably thinking right now, I should not take this honor. It'll be an embarrassment. People will laugh at me. I don't want to bring down the image of the league. Well, you're not. Your role, however unpopular it is today, was important for so many years. And I'm sure you, like me, grew up admiring the guys that did your role, the Ty Domies, the Stu Grimsons. And you have managed to carve yourself a pretty good living, doing a very thankless job outside of people like me that really enjoy and think I understand what you do. I think having a guy like you that makes under $1 million, more than likely, and a guy like you goes out and works real hard in practice, and the guy that's making 2.7 or more isn't as working as hard as you, and he has a better skill set, I think that sends a message to the rest of the team, and maybe that particular player. And that's important. That's really important. I know you love what you do. And deep down, you have no shame about it. You shouldn't. Plenty of decent men has done your role before. But unfortunately, there probably won't be too many in the future. Because it's not fashionable. Because the game is changing and has been changing for the last 10 years. Because of analytics. Because the things we know about concussions. Your role is disappearing. And the way I see it, you are quite literally the last of the Mohegans. So, instead of showing that humility and giving up that honor of captaincy, because it was done as a joke, and you don't want to bring any shame to the league, I think for all the enforcers that came before you, the Ty Domies, the Stu Grimsons, and so many more that I can't mention, I think you should go there as one of the last of the Mohegans. And not only represent yourself, but represent them and the very important job that they've done I think you should make no apologies about being an enforcer in the National Hockey League. None. I think you should continue to carry yourself like you've always carried yourself as a hockey professional and as an enforcer. While you don't have the skill set that was intended for this particular spectacle, you do have a skill set, and historically, it is undeniably important. The Philadelphia Flyers of the 70s can pretty much prove that. There are probably guys like me that voted for you because they wanted to see you. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't just trying to get over in the National Hockey League. It wasn't revenge for the Sam Muskegon Songs vote from Lafayette. I want to see you there because it's a part of my growing up. It's a part of how I experience hockey. And like it or not, whether the media likes it or the NHL likes it, guys like you have sold the game for a very, very long time. And you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Take this opportunity, no matter what the pretext. If they laugh at you, you smile. Kill them with kindness and charm. Go to that game and do your absolute best and represent all the men that you and I admire that was in your role long before you got to this league. I'd like to see that. If for no other reason, because we both know that game is changing, to say goodbye. John, this was not a joke. This is an opportunity to represent a wonderful part of hockey history that is now coming to an end. And I think if you turn it down for humility's sake, which would be an honorable thing to do, it means that you don't think you're bigger than the game and you wouldn't want to do anything to hurt the game. But here's the truth. Guys like you never hurt the game. No matter what the popular opinions are now. Represent the men that came before you. Do it with professionalism, grace, and class. Because I think 20 years from now, when you look back and you thought to yourself, well, I turned that down because I thought it was the right thing to do and I didn't want to bring embarrassment to the league, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it a lot. Again, this is an opportunity. And it's an opportunity for guys like me that the media hates, but I'm their customer. And guys like you, who the media hates because it's fashionable. It's the opportunity for me and guys like me to say goodbye. Think about it.